Without further ado, I also want to announce another speaker which we convinced to join us this year. So we've also tried for the last 3 years, and he's been a strong supporter for the local tech ecosystem and also for this event. So it is my honor to announce Mr. Emil Bach, the mayor of Cluj and the former Prime Minister of Romania. Thank you very much, Mr. Bach, for joining us here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and a pleasure for me to be here, and thank you for the invitation. And also, I would like to wish and to address a warm welcome to all the participants for this great event. And as a city, we are really honored and very, very impressed to organize, but mainly to host such a fantastic innovation event in our city. I think it's the main event after the European conference organized 2 years ago in innovation by European Union, Open Innovation 2.0. So your event, it's making us again on the map of innovation in Europe, why not in the world? Because an image is more than 1,000 words, I will invite you to introduce our city watching a 2 minutes and 30-second movie about our city. So please let's have a short movie about Cluj-Napoca. It's not this movie, but...
Welcome to Transylvania, the land beyond the forest. And welcome to Cluj, the heart of Transylvania, Romania's fastest growing city and the most influential city in Western Romania. So, why might you love Cluj? Maybe it's the academic spirit. Since Cluj is home to Romania's top 10 universities, providing a highly educated workforce in more than 300 different specializations, from IT to medicine or agriculture, research and development. Cluj-Napoca is an internationally recognized medical center with a rich history in research and advanced treatment. Cluj-Napoca is the Romanian capital of clusters, IT, energy, agriculture, and creative industries. The European Commission selected Cluj to host, for the first time in Romania, the most important conference in the field of innovation, Open Innovation 2.0. Or it might be its constantly growing infrastructure, with modern highways and a well-connected airport serving more than 2.5 million passengers per year. You might also appreciate the city's blooming economic environment, with more than 25 banks represented here, and home of the biggest private Romanian bank, Cluj is a great place for business. We pride ourselves as Europe's Silicon Valley and the home of clusters, but IT is not the only high-end industry represented in Cluj. Some of the world's business leaders have offices here, and their businesses are constantly expanding. Cluj is a city with a rich heritage, but with a strong cosmopolitan philosophy. With an interesting mix of Romanians, Hungarians, Germans, and other nationalities living here, it's no wonder we are ranked Europe's #1 friendliest city towards foreigners. Did you know that Cluj has one of the highest living standards in all of Europe? This might come as a surprise, but with 2 international schools, several cultural events relevant on a continental scale, we pride ourselves in offering a 5-star living experience. By the way, did we mention that through its modern infrastructure and passionate audience, Cluj is Romania's sports and music capital? We are indeed proud of our city. But we know we would not be what we are without the influences from everybody interacting with us. So we strongly believe that together we can make Cluj better. So welcome, and we can't wait to share your vision and see how we can grow Cluj together.
Last but not least, we have a vision, and you are part of that vision. Thank you. Before I go furthermore, I cannot move forward until I say that Simona Halep, who is #1, as you know, in the world, she won the Grand Slam in Roland Garros. She was playing here many times in Fed Cup with Germany, with Canada, with Czech Republic, and I think she'll be back again to play for Romania in Fed Cup, and we'll invite you to see world #1 tennis player in the world in Cluj-Napoca. Now moving to what I want to say, because I'm going to be very, very strict, because I have 10 minutes and already 2 minutes and 30 seconds is gone. Why Cluj-Napoca, the best place for innovation, the best place to invest in innovation, the best place to start up in innovation? Because I'll try to move directly to what is our city in few words. 4-letter T. I would say talents, because we have more than 100,000 students in the city, so a strong resource for innovation. Second, tolerance. Everybody should feel like home in our city. Trust. You cannot build up a good environment without trust between public administration and citizens, between public administration and business environment, between public administration and NGOs, because if you have transparency and trust, you can build a good environment for business. Last but not least, I emphasize about technology. Yes, we do use technology in order to improve the quality of life, which is one of the main components of our strategy of the city. And we are not the best, but we won last year the digital prize of being the first city in Romania to win this prize at the national level, and I think we are a hub of innovation for Central and Eastern Europe. I would emphasize also about our strategy, our vision, how we can develop innovation, how can we support innovation. And the most important thing is to move from ego to ecosystem. And I think this is the key, because we have the resource, we have the environment, we need to work together and to take the advantage of everyone in the city. And here I think is the policy in order to bring all of them together. As you can see, universities, private sector, public administration, citizens, and NGOs. This, I think, is another key of development. Last but not least, I would emphasize some titles of the city. And we are moving now toward what I said about technology in order to build up a smart city. Before I go there, I will say one more thing. Cluj, in this very moment, is the best place in Central and Eastern Europe to invest in innovation, because you do have the ingredients, talents with imagination, creativity, and when you have imagination and creativity, innovation is just at the corner. In the same time, we have a local policy in order to support with our legal incentives to build up, for example, buildings, green buildings for IT or for innovation, for research, for development, with half cost, half taxes, if you are building if you are going to have a building with green status. We have in the industrial parks the lowest level of taxes possible. And last but not least is the ecosystem, as I mentioned, in order to promote innovation and talents, as I said before. Last but not least, I mentioned that Romania is part of the European Union. Romania is part of NATO. Romania is having a strategic partnership with the United States. Cluj-Napoca, it's, how would I say, where the East meets the West or the West meets the East, but at the same time, I would say it's the last secure point of the West in the Eastern Europe. And here is the concrete climate for venture capital or for other investors, and especially in the field of innovation, to find places to have a startup or to develop a good business. Because we have all the ingredients possible in order to have such a climate. Now moving forward about smart components. We have, as I said, an eco, not an ecosystem, and working together. And we have, for the very first time in Romania, for example, participatory budgeting process, using technology in order to have citizens together with you all the time, not just once or 4 years in the elections, because we are moving more and more from representative democracy to participatory democracy. We're supposed to be in contact with your citizens all the time, not just during the election time. We have here also, for the very first time in Romania, to issue digital documents in urban planning, for example, and other facilities in order to use technology, as I said, to improve the relationship between public administration and citizens. We have already 33 digital procedures. Last but not least, I would emphasize even you can schedule your marriage online in Cluj-Napoca. Last one. So it's easy to get married even in Cluj-Napoca. Just press a button, schedule is done, the mayor will be there, and happy for life. Just do that. I have to emphasize, we do not have divorce online yet. So be careful what you wish, because we do not have the reverse procedure yet. Also, as I said, in many cities you have this kind of apps in order to help communication between citizens and public administration to report problems. Also for smart energy, I do not emphasize because I do not have time, smart building procedures, also smart mobility. One driver, one car era, it's over, unfortunately, or better, I think it's for better for our environment. We are now moving more and more for another kind of mobility based on sharing, car sharing, ride sharing, bike sharing. All these kind of mobility alternatives are in Cluj-Napoca, and I would say that prioritizing the public transport, using bike sharing, ride sharing, car sharing will change our life because, as I said, one car, one driver is not anymore in place as a strategy. Smart infrastructure, smart technology, using also for all the citizens the possibility to have Wi-Fi in all corners of the city, as also for medical activities and other solutions in order to make a better connection with the citizens. As I mentioned, some kind of business support services, low level of local taxes, green buildings, tax reduction, I mentioned already about them, in order to have, as I said, a better business environment possible. I will emphasize very few words about this declaration of Commissioner for Digital Economic and Society, Maria Gabriel. She said that 90% of future jobs will require digital skills. Unfortunately, 45% of Europeans lack basic digital skills, and here it's a lot to work. As a policy maker, we emphasize in our schools how can we improve the digital skills, because our city is a leading city in terms of innovation, digitalization, and so on, but we still do have to work having in mind this aspect. So what we have done, 20% of our local taxes goes back to education in order to improve the digital skills. It's our contribution in order to take into account what can we do, starting from the scratch, starting from the basic school, and we have all kinds of policies in order to support education. Looking at the world scale, there are many trends, and why technology is taking the lead. There are at least 6 arguments. I will not emphasize just one of them. One of them is urbanization and rapid increase of population in big cities. As you can see, in 1800, just one city, Beijing, was with more than 1 million populations. Now there are 450 cities with more than 1 million. So from that perspective, everything is going to take place in cities. And also, technology is going to have major impact on cities. And 25 years ago, you know better than me, no internet, no email in the world. Now we are talking about digital society, digital economy, third industrial revolution, smart cities, Internet of Things, and digital Europe. And here I have a world news from European Union level. What does it mean, world news? That the next multi-financial framework of European Union 2021-2027, so the new budget of Europe, is having more money for innovation and digitalization. And it's a good approach for the European Union in order to increase the future of our economy, which is digital economy, but also to have more money for all what we mean as a general framework, innovation and digitalization. So it's a good news also for you to know that also from European level, it's a strong policy according to technology. What is going to happen in the future? You know, we are moving towards fourth industrial revolution. If the first was the steam power, second electrical power, the third digitalization, the fourth will be artificial intelligence and robotics. And you know here how important, how many discussion about artificial intelligence it is. Someone said from Google that it's going to be an impact even than even higher than the fire and the electricity had in the world. Robotics as artificial intelligence, it definitely is going to change the world. And of course, there are many people worried about our jobs, agree with that we are going to lose jobs, but I'm a positive one. I know that they cannot, the technology, they cannot take the jobs which have not been invented. So I'm positive that new jobs will have in the future the jobs that do not exist in the present time. So here, do not be, how would I say, in a difficult position about the factory of the future with 2 employees, a man and a dog, because we are going to have more jobs concerning the future. My conclusion is coming to an end because my time is already in 11 minutes. It's a great pleasure, as I said, to have you back in our city. It's a great honor to host you, and this is the key to success. I wish you a fruitful conference, and thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming, Mr. Bach. So if I register online to get married, do you find me a partner as well?
That's your job.
That's my job. Okay, well, good to know. Otherwise, I would sign up. Okay, thank you very much again. It was a great honor to have you here and join us at this conference.